Of course, it's Thursday, so it always buggers up. Hi, everyone. From Miami's 11. Hope you're all safe and well. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell icon so you're made aware of anytime we put new content on. As always, I'd like to thank our lovely channel sponsors, Untuck It. There they are, Bosch. Check them out in the description below. Hope everyone is well. Quiz Day Thursday. It's the time of the week you're all excited about. It's Quiz Day Thursday. It's Quiz Day Thursday. So, if you want to get involved, anyone who's new, we've been for the last year. We do a quiz every Thursday. So game pins. So you go to kahoot.it or you can download the app, which I think sometimes a bit better personally. And then you put in the game, put something match the speed 3747733. You come on. There's randomly 11 questions. I must have miscalculated. And it's all about this season's sort of stats, West Ham, and it's more about and I think actually this one's. And I've seen Pete's in there, Pete on poll, and I think he's got a good chance because it's more about just putting things in the right order. So it's not necessarily about knowing the right answers, to be perfectly honest. Let's see who we got in the chat so far. Pete, we know Pete's in there. Pete is Pete on poll too, if anyone's interested. Just watching all the goals from this season. Lansley, indeed, the club have put them out, all 72 of them or something like that. Neil's in 9 p.m. and also I'd like to thank Neil because Neil went into quite detailed sort of he went into quite detail in terms of all the way all the I missed on my camera, it's really annoying me. The time zones in Australia it is a bit difficult, you know. See, America there's like three in it. It's like standard, it's Eastern, Central, and Pacific. So yeah, but it's a lot more tricky over there. Anyway, Lanzini was unlucky not to get more game time earlier on. He was indeed. What we got is right. South Aussie in the house. So you know it all now, Pete, because you've probably looked at Neil's description. The Ledge, DJ Russie in the house. Do you know what, actually before we won't do the we'll do the quiz in about 5 or so minutes. We'll start, but it's Father's Day soon. I just realised that. Shit. And there's a couple of things. It's just a consumer show. I've got a couple of good bits if you're struggling, particularly West Ham fans. This book came through yesterday. You might see it. Danny Lewis. This is not a sponsored ad or anything like that at all. But Bowling's Farewell. It's all about the last game. It's a thick old book. It's the last game at the bowling. It's all about that, and it's really good actually. It's really good. I'm about halfway through it. There's a piece. There's a bloke on here. I want to read it because it's quite interesting. You know, Budden. It's like Jack and Ori. Let me just read a little bit of this book. It's about bubbles. And the guy he quotes it. He's a proper. I think he seems a nice bloke. He does, to be honest. The bubbles machines were soon out again, even though they weren't the best. As Russ Budden, that's me, kicked off a game of bubbles at the final game. The DJ recalls, it's over 1,000 times I've played that song, and it was very strange. But you can hear all the atmosphere, not even just bubbles, because the bubbles machines really crap at Upton Park. They used to get a puddle of washing up liquid in front of them, but a few of them came into the box. It was the first time ever, and I could hear the crowd, and it was proper spine tingling. It's a real honour to do this job, to press that button. Being a West Ham fan, I didn't realise until after I pressed it, and you could hear them all sing. It was very emotional. It's very emotional, and obviously being the first person to press it in the new stadium as well. I'm not in the history books, but for me, my own little personal history. That Rusty B sounds like, but anyway, very very good. And there's you got loads of players with people. We've had Dan the author on doing the My Hammers 11. We've had, and there's quite a few of us. Cresswell, Zamora, Dan Lawless, West Ham Fan TV, Dan Hurley we've had on as well. Randolph is in there. David Blackmore from Blowing Bubbles. Georgie Paris. James Datson, who's the because he's the blind commentator. He's not the commentator for the visually impaired at West Ham. We've got Jeff from the Cotley Rejects, Joe England we've had on, Mark the Rig Man, Martin Godliman, the announcer, Nigel Calm, Phil Parks, Rob Pritchard, Roberta Moore, Cotty, Gale. Not a bad one. Via Pitch Publishing, Bowens. Again, not sponsored, but I've just, it's a very good book. And there's I'm in it, so there we go. And also, more of a sponsorship thing. But also, if you want to get your old man some, give him the gift of trimmed trimmed pubic hair and bodily hair. We got Manscaped, and so we're working with Manscaped at the moment. So, if you use promo, you can't see because you got Harley's thing on there, but you use promo code what was it, West H20, you get 20% off and free shipping. So they do nice boxer shorts and nice aftershaves and stuff as well as the moisturizers and stuff. But anyway, just in case, because I know, it creeps around, it creeps up Father's Day. It certainly does. Right, let's have a few more in here. We've got Evan. Good afternoon, Evan. We have got Simon. Hope you're well. We've got Ibrahim. Hey, hope you well. Skipper's in. We know Skipper's in. So poor old Man United. Yes, they are. What a shame. What a shame. Poor old West Ham. What we got here? Just saw this was on, so I thought I'd take a look. Oh, that's very kind of you, Neil. One every day. Man. Rush, you missed out. Mountain time. What? I don't know. Mountain. Is it Mountain Time Central Time though? I think he is. I don't know. Tom's in the house. Scott's in from the pub. Hope you're well. Ben's in. Yeah, Harley's in. Keep meaning to read the Clyde Best book. Indeed. Where can we buy this? I imagine you probably get it on Amazon. I don't know. I haven't looked, but honestly, it's a good book. It's a thick one. It's good holiday reading. I think it's about 15 quid, something like that. But yeah, I imagine if you get it through Dan, check Dan Lewis out on Twitter. At Dan Lewis _95, might be able to do a signed copy or whatever. Hang on, just a giver. We got Simon. Hope you're well. Luke's in the house. There he is. I bought a book about saints called Del Boy. The author Russell Budden. Really unbelievable. Not me. But you never know. What we got at lunch today? Cheese salad from the bakery, knickknacks, nice and spicy crisps, and the double-decker chocolate bar. Very, very good. What we got here? Still recovering over it. Yes. Now tonight, 9 p.m. UK time. 9 p.m. UK time. We've got Family Fortunes for the Iron Point Food Banks. We'll be doing quite a bit for Iron Sport Food Banks over the summer, partly because obviously their biggest, not earn, that's the wrong word, but their biggest fundraisers are the games and getting the donations in the buckets, and they've had it all season. And obviously in the summer now, money's sort of drying up a little bit for them, to be honest, at the moment. And the summer, all the kids are off, aren't they? So they'll be needing their services even more because they won't have school meals and stuff like that. So we'll be doing a few bits for them. So we've got Family Fortunes tonight at 9 p.m. UK time. It'll be a giggle on this channel, so you won't miss it as long as you subscribe and hit the bell icon. That's coming on. So check that out. It'll be a bit of a giggle. What have we got here? I'll be surprised if Manscaped would get through to my bodily hair. I'm unbelievably hairy. Well, there we go, Ken. Little sort of. Do you know what? I joke, but I've used it. I have used it, and I don't promote anything I don't use. And it's all right. It works. It's really good. And I actually use it for my beard now, for trim it up now as well. I use it where I had one for my beard, and I'm just going to use just one for it all. That makes sense. As I said, like a dolphin's beak. Do dolphins have beaks? I don't know. Mountain etc. are different by an hour. Your geography lesson brought to you by Skipper. Thank you very much. Anyway, let's start the quiz. As always, I'll show you my screen, and then basically my internet goes shit. That's usually the way it works, isn't it? There we go. It's already getting a bit. Let me go there. Let's go add to stream. And obviously it will slow down now because I'm trying to show you now. So naturally, we've got 14 as always. The questions come up on here and the answers you do on your other device. Let me also just get off the ticker because people will already know it's there. I told you my computer, as soon as I start showing it, my computer starts going all funny. But anyway, right. Okie dokie. Let's get started. Oh, gold. Always the way. We'll come back to some of these comments in a bit. Right. So let's start. As always, questions come up in here. So the season stats was. So this is going to be a lot of putting things in right orders. It'll make sense. 11 questions. So Premier League, West Ham Premier League goal scorers this season, most to least. We've got Craig Dawson, Jarrod Bowen, Jesse Lingard, Declan Rice. So from left to right, who scored the most, who scored the least out of these four people? So drag them up from the bottom to the top. And then when you're done, press K. So let's see. That's what I mean. So it's going to be a lot. It's these types of questions today. So hopefully you're going to get it's going to be like this. So that's why I think Pete's got a chance, because it is a chance. It's better getting in the right order. So, it's going to be, how well do you know how many goals Jesse Lingard scored compared to Craig Dawson, compared to Declan Rice? Obviously, you saw Jesse's Instagram post today as well. About sort of saying thank you for the great season. We're going to give you guys a minute on each of these questions today as well, because it's a little bit more complicated than usual. We'll see. So as I said, left to right, who scored the most in the Premier League for West Ham this season? Craig Dawson, Jarrod Bowen, Jesse Lingard, or Declan Rice, in that particular order. And that is the correct order. Jesse Lingard, Jarrod Bowen, Craig Dawson, and Declan Rice. About half. We've got Tom, Skipper, Freshfielder, Jamie, and Luke. Congratulations. They're top 5 at the moment. Next question. Premier League, West Ham assists, most to least. We've got here Declan Rice, Said Benrahma, Aaron Cresswell, and Arthur Masuaku. Same thing. This is a similar pattern. This is going to be a similar pattern going throughout. So we've got Declan Rice, Said Benrahma, Aaron Cresswell, Arthur Masuaku. Harley blames his greasy Mackie D thumbs for getting that one wrong. So what did you have at Mackie D's, Harley? Or are they just naturally always greasy with McDonald's juice on it? Simon's getting nerdy with the biscuits. He's going for a jammy Dodger today. No is the answer. No is the answer, Simon. Not jammy Dodgers. We'll play what Christmas Russ got next after this, after the quiz. So we've got Declan Rice, Said Benrahma, Aaron Cresswell, Arthur Masuaku. Let's see. Almost done. Harley had Big Mac and mozzarella. Oh, mozzarella sticks are back in. Oh, yes. So the right answer was Aaron Cresswell, Said Benrahma, Arthur Masuaku, and Declan Rice. Declan Rice has, I believe, only one Premier League assist to his name this season, which was a little bit surprising. But that's why I threw it in. You got to think Art Cresswell, obviously top. Benrahma makes sense. And Masuaku, again, similar from Cresswell, getting the crosses in from the left-hand side. We've got Tom, Freshfielder, Luke, Jamie, and Skipper. Let's keep the party starting. No, keep the party going. Next one. West Ham Premier League appearances this season, most to least, including substitution appearances. So Mark Noble, Aaron Cresswell, Jarrod Bowen, and Declan Rice. So this is West Ham Premier League appearances, most to least. Obviously, the appearance includes starting and also includes coming on off the bench. So 4 great players for us this season. So Harley had Big Mac and mozzarella sticks, but you put a mozzarella stick in the burger. That's who does that? TGI Fridays do that, don't they? They put the mozzarella sticks in the burgers, or the sort of the flat ones, or might go TGI's this weekend for Flo's birthday. Okay, the correct answer is Jarrod Bowen, Aaron Cresswell, Declan Rice, and then Mark Noble. Jarrod Bowen has played every Premier League game this season, not necessarily all on starting. Ben's the highest climber. We've got Luke's top of the pile. Then we've got Jamie, Tom, we've got Freshfielder, and we've got Skipper. Let's keep this going. Question 4 of 11 randomly. West Ham Premier League passes this season, most to least. Craig Dawson, Said Benrahma, Jesse Lingard, and Declan Rice. From most to least. Yes, he did. So let's see what we got, guys. Let's keep going. So we've got Craig Dawson, we have got Said Benrahma, we've got Jesse Lingard, and we've got Declan Rice. It's weird to think the season's over as well, isn't it? It's very weird to think the season's all over. We've got to wait now for a few few weeks into it. I'm very well, Gary. Thanks for asking. You always come on and ask. I do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm very, very well. Hope you are well as well. Hope you are all well. Let's see how we're going to get on. This is a good Tom's happy. This is a good challenging quiz. And so we have got Declan Rice, Craig Dawson, Jesse Lingard, and Said Benrahma. That's how it all pans out that way. Don't forget, obviously, Jesse Lingard only played half the season as well. Harley is the Ilunga of quizzes. That's what I like to say. The Ilunga of quizzes. Is that possible? Is that possible, being the Ilunga of quizzes? I don't know. I don't know if that is. Let's keep the party start going. Well, keep your party start. Jamie N. Four correct answers. Someone's done his homework. Very, very good. I am making you use your brains indeed this week, Skipper. That's my style. That is my style. Very good. Very, very good. Right, let's keep it going. Question 5. I'm sure you can guess the theme. Premier League touches for West Ham this season. Craig Dawson, Pablo Fornals. We've got Aaron Cresswell and we've got Mikel Antonio. So there's a question. Who's a question about Cresswell? Harley made a question about Cresswell versus played more than Rice. He has. Aaron Cresswell's played 36 Premier League games this season, whereas Declan Rice only played 32. Declan Rice was out longer than we thought, and unfortunately, those 6 games were quite costly for us, really, in our Champions League campaign. So we've got Craig Dawson, we've got Pablo Fornals, Aaron Cresswell, and Mikel Antonio. Most Premier League touches this season. And in terms, 20% got it. Aaron Cresswell, Pablo Fornals, Craig Dawson, and Mikel Antonio. You got to think, but it all makes sense to me, because obviously Aaron Cresswell, a lot of corners and free kicks. That's a touch of the ball as well. Pablo, obviously in the middle. Craig Dawson, back passes. Mikel Antonio, not so much up front. Because you wouldn't actually. Ben has the high streak. Freshfielder, Luke, and Jamie M. And we've got Tom there as well. Next question 6. Premier League shots this season, most to least. Craig Dawson, Mikel Antonio, Thomas Souček, Mark Noble. Possibly the easiest one, this one is, I reckon. It's probably the easiest one. We're just over halfway through, which is good as well. We're getting there eventually. We're moving our way through it. Oh, pardon me. A new flavoured water today. Apple and elderflower. It isn't too bad. It's not too bad. I quite like it. Let's see. The Poch on his way back to Spurs, potentially. Yeah, potentially he is, isn't he? I won't put Harley's comment about Adam Johnson and being touchy. Ben's jammy guesses. Start as well, but it's all gone downhill for Skipper. Oh well. Back to next week. Who's got more red cards? Thomas Repko or Steve Lomas? We'll be back to them next week. Yeah, I thought I'd try something a bit, give you guys a bit of a, as you said, use the old grey matter today. That's what you want. So the correct answer is, in terms of Premier League shots, Thomas Souček, Mikel Antonio, Craig Dawson, and Mark Noble. Again, makes sense. I believe when I was doing it, what shocked me, Mark Noble, I think, has only had one shot in the Premier League this season. So yeah, Tom keeps getting the one way round. I'm the Leicester City of quizzes, says Pete on poll. Kent doesn't do stats. God, I suppose no, he's more like memories rather than stats, but fair play. Do we know why Irvine stepped? I think it's it's his personal. I think it's basically his family up in North. But he's not leaving. He's stepping down. He's becoming a technical advisor, which is great that he's still on the club. He's not going to go and be manager somewhere else. So that's the statement coming out. Let's go. Right. Question: was this the first season that Noble didn't score in since playing for us? I don't know. I know a man who knows that. Skipper. Right, let's keep going. Let's go. Who's next? Next question. What we got? West Ham, Premier League, hit the woodwork most or least. So out of these, who have hit the woodwork for West Ham the most? Left to right. Most to the left, least to the right. Fornals, Aaron Cresswell, Thomas Souček, Mikel Antonio. So in terms of our 23 times we've hit the post, how many has each one done? Who's done the most? Who's done the least? Spurs were mad to get rid of to Nielsen. Spurs were mad to get rid of Poch in the first place, and even madder to get Mourinho in. I totally agree with you. But it slightly worries me that, in terms of Poch, that PSG are happy for him to go. But then they haven't. I mean, to be honest, they done well in the cup, but they won the cup, didn't they? But they lost to Lille this season with Neymar, Mbappe, all these fantastic players, and they didn't win the league. I'd be a bit worried if I was Spurs. Get this guy back personally, but never go back. Well, David Moyes did. Maybe that changed their mind. So no one got it right. So it's Mikel Antonio, Pablo Fornals, Aaron Cresswell, and Thomas Souček. I think Thomas Souček hit it twice. I think it's 2. I think obviously Antonio's by far the most. So no points there. Right, next one. Question 8. West Ham Premier League. Big chance he's missed. Most to least. Jesse Lingard, Said Benrahma, Mikel Antonio, Manuel Lanzini. Let's think. Who's that? Luke's off. See you later, mate. Cheers, Luke. Thanks for joining us, man. Jesse Lingard, Said Benrahma, Mikel Antonio, Manuel Lanzini. Big chances missed this season. God, what an awful streak this is, indeed. What we got here? Did you see, Conte's left. Yeah, I mean, but then someone did say about Zidane leaves as well. So there's a whole merry-go-round of players, of ex-players, good manager or good big name managers around at the moment. We go straight back for Poch. So I wonder where Zidane's going to go. I wonder where he's going to go. It's going to be interesting, isn't it? And it just adds to all the other uncertainty in terms of, players leaving and stuff like that. All the managers keep moving. Pete has horrific scenes in his quiz. Yeah, this is the toughest one we've done, Pete. We'll go back to the 50-50 ones next week. Don't worry. I just thought we'd do an end of the season one. So Antonio, Benrahma, Jesse. I mean, that was probably the easiest one, I reckon. Jamie, top of the pile. Congratulations, Jamie. We've got 3 questions left. Premier League tackles, most to least for West Ham. Said Benrahma, Jared Bowen, Thomas Souček, not Sukaruk, and Issa Diop, as we had yesterday. Tom finally got one. Very, very good. Sam Allardyce to Inter. Yes, Allardyce indeed. Poch to come around a second in a 1-horse race isn't good. That's what I mean. Kieran. It's my exact point. You go to a team who's basically got 2 of the world's best players in their and you can't perform. And you don't win the league. And Lille won it. And Lille got rid of Gabriel and Peter. They got rid of Gabriel and they got rid of Pepe to Arsenal. They got like 80-odd million probably in the back pocket because of it. And then they go and win the league. Just saying, Pete. Skipper answered his own question. He'd never scored in the 04, 05 and 05, 06. Gotcha. It doesn't look like Irons United have put anything up today. So no one got that right. So most shackles, and this would surprise you, Issa Diop was the last out of that 4. That's why I threw it in. So not even being sneaky, but I was being extra sneaky there. Right, so now we've got 2 more questions left, and then we can move on to more important matters about what biscuits have I got. Yellow cards, most to least. Thomas Souček, Fabianski, Thomas Souček, Fabian Balbuena, and Mikel Antonio. Then after this, we'll talk about all the important stuff, like what crisps have I got? Not crisps. What biscuits have I got today? It's all about the biscuits today. All about the biscuits. What we got here? Lille with the massive Jose Font, indeed. Never waste. I think he did, but I don't know whether he's wasted his career or maybe he didn't want to play second fiddle to Messi. And I get that. But it didn't work. But anyway, everyone's just giving up now. It's Thomas Souček, Mikel Antonio, Lucas Fabianski, and Balbuena. Who got the question right? Evan, highest climber. Well done. Last question, and then we can move on. This was a disaster, but it was good. West Ham Premier League fouls this season, most of these. Balbuena, Antonio, Fabianski, and Souček. Put these in the right order. Kieran, it's a bit like coming third and 2 horse race in West Ham. Indeed, yeah. Tom keeps getting it round the wrong way. Most to least. It's the easiest way to do it. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, no, it is interesting when you look at someone like Neymar and just look, how much of a talent, but maybe he's one of those players who needs like skill around him. Do you know, like Lanzini? He can't do it. I wouldn't say Lanzini can do it on his own, but he does it. He plays better when he's playing with someone, whether it's Payet, Arnautovic, like currently, in the team now when he played that game against Burnley with Ben Moirama and Lingard and he might, it might just be maybe Neymar will never be the main man. Maybe he just can't be the main man. So it's a difficult thing to do, but yeah. Anyway, so the right answer for 8% of people got it right was Souček, it was Antonio, it was Fabianski, and it was Balbuena at the end. So let's see who won this one. Great, I tell you, anyone got some right. Well done. So third place, we had Fresh Fielder, 4 out of 11. Oh dear. Well done, Ben, 5 out of 11. And top of the pile, we had Jamie. Congratulations, guys. Well done, peeps. And we had Luke, despite Luke leaving halfway through, and Tom. Oh well, we had a go, didn't we? We had a go. Let's take that out. Let's remove that and come back into me. Come on, computer. I'll tell you what. It's there we go. There we go. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this. Let's keep going. Let's just get rid of it. That was we had a go, wasn't it? We had a go. What we got here? Ken kept doing the same. Get the right. This is our Avram Grant level quiz answers. I think I got the last 7 wrong. Indeed, I'll take 6 after that awful showing. Indeed, 10th. I'll take that. 3 quizzes, 3 podiums. You are massive, Fresh. You are massive. Jamie wins with GCC. It does. Anyway, I tried something different. Sometimes it doesn't work. Next week we'll do 50-50. Who's this player? Sebastian Carroll. Who's this player? We'll do all that. Don't worry. Yeah, it's good to get the old brain matter working, isn't it? Particularly now these days when you sort of still at home, we're not out of the office as much, and it's good to get it working. Fair play, Jamie. That was a tough one. Good fun. Good as long as that was hard by fun. Thank you, Ludders. That's me off to the job centre. Well, it's like, I'm going to job centre because I couldn't do Russ's quiz. Who's Russ exactly? Well, I'm Festival afternoon. Oh, Russ, that quiz hurt my Swede. Well, I tell you what, there's a quiz. We've got a quiz tonight. You don't have to join him. You don't have to join. You can sit there and watch. As I said, Family Fortunes tonight. You can come in, sit there and watch 2 very dysfunctional families. Very dysfunctional in the Frankel family, or as Walsh has called them, the Frankel failures, and the Charlie clan, who Walsh has renamed the Walsh winners. So that'll be fun. 9 p.m. UK time. There's a few questions where remember I did that. I asked people to do that survey a few months ago. Well, some questions come out of that survey, like proper Family Fortunes. We've asked 100 West Ham fans to tell us who. And also a couple of quizzy questions as well. So it's a nice mix. And we should have a giggle. And then if you didn't see Dom's My Hammers 11, it was really good yesterday. It's about an hour and 45 minutes. Went on for some time, but make sure you check that one out. And tomorrow night, we got the Noble Era next episode P. So, we've got some stuff coming on. We'll also play, let's do something a bit more My Hammers 11. Let's just do this. Let's do let me just delete that. Not a chocolate hybrid today. What biscuit have I got? Simple. I tried, we went complicated on the quiz, and now we're doing it a lot easier. So there we go. Jamie won. Funny on a quiz. Good guessing for a change. That's what I mean. You could guess the answers. That one. Couldn't do a quiz, Russ. The caveat 7 was kicking in. To be honest, Kieran, by the looks of it, you could have probably had a bloody good go. To be honest, you could have probably had a bloody good go. Third place got 4 out of 5, where it was. So, what we got? We got custard creams. No, we got snack. That's a blast from the past. Snack Maryland cookies. No. Biscuit and Raisin Club. No. Wagon Wheel. No. Rocky. No. I like your thinking, Nutters. Listening, learning. Bourbon creams. No. They're just bourbons, aren't they? Do you need to put the cream bit in? Just saying. Bourbons. No, they're not Bourbons. What biscuit have I got today? Also, tomorrow will be Fun Day Friday. We'll try and get Flo involved. She breaks up tomorrow. It's her birthday on Saturday, so she might want to come and say hello to everybody. We'll see. I can't guess. Can we just all take a minute to laugh at Man United? Oh, anyway, that'll teach him for putting that's payback for putting the weakened side against Leicester. Payback, costing us the Champions League spot. Chocolate digestive, no. A club caramel gold. I'll probably watch Doms this afternoon. I didn't. It was because it was long. It was very long, but that's what I like. It's like it's almost like because the longer you sort of really understand people a bit more, and I just haven't spoken to Dom properly for a long, for ever really. So it was nice to have a proper chat with him about West Ham and stuff, and his sort of how he got into it and stuff. Which I think that's just really interesting. Penguin, no. Foxes, classics. You're getting some classics at the moment. No, it's not. Hobnob, no. Pink Wafer, no. Taxi, no. Hobnobs, no. I hope Poch tells Spurs to swivel. I really do as well. Tim Tams, nah, no. We don't get Tim Tams over here, do we? Breakaway, no. Dairy Milk, no. It's biscuit, Ben. From so high, from coming second. Just don't read the question. Maddie's penny shooter I've seen for a while. Yeah, I did. Especially when someone literally put straight on the clip from Adrian, which I thought was really funny. Good. As long as there's an apology, Ben. I appreciate the apology. I was hoping Spurs would appoint Ryan Mason. Yeah, could you imagine? Timeout, no. Jaffa Cakes, no. Don't start the debate. Just don't start the debate about Jaffa Cake. Caramel again. I saw what you tried to do. But no, I didn't double dip. Did you see change opposition? And ironically, he was one that misses. Very true. Roy Keane said something about it, didn't he? Gold, no. Rich T, no. Viscount, no. Some great questions, great answers. Rich T, no. Kit Kat Chunky. I'd probably put Kit Kat Chunky in chocolate, but I understand where you're coming from. But McVitie's chocolate toffee. They sound great, but no. What we got here. So, first year in the Europa League and West Ham in the final. How many supporters' hearts will survive? Indeed. And is it something that the last 10 Europa Leagues have been won by either an British, an English team or a Spanish team as well? One or the other has won it every year for the last 10 years, something ridiculous like that. So, Spain won it last year. So, that's it. Nailed us on. We are going to win the Europa League next year. Martin Noble is going to be lifting it. Oreo, no. A diamond latte. That sounds nice. No. Jammy Dodger. Thank you, Gary, but no. No. It's not a Jammy Dodger. Milka, chocolate fresh. Now, again, third. What is it with you guys? Third. Ginger nuts, no. Ben's redeemed himself. He's redeemed himself. Party rings. Mini party rings, old school. Got these to flow for a party, a little party on Saturday. So well done, Ben. So second in the quiz, and you got that. So congratulations. Thank you, Lucas. It wasn't, but I think the first one was digestives, chocolate. Anyway, Bourbons, no. Rich teas, no. We're probably what I was thinking about as well, and it'd be interesting to get you. Is I know every Thursday we do a quiz. Obviously, in the summer months, the weekends are going to be a bit, well, there's no football. So what we might do is Ben's happy. He's got it. He's got the biscuit. Is we're probably going to do. What are they? Never heard of them. Well, they're like. She won't mind. They are these are small versions, Kieran, but in essence they're like just a standard biscuit with an iced that's not very well iced, look at that. But with an icing topping. They're just a simple biscuit. Like a rich tea. Really awesome. Quite nice. They're nice. They're all right. Average. Yeah. They're a good Dunkin' chocolate. A Dunkin' biscuit. Because they don't lose their structure because you've got the icing. That's what. No football this summer. Only the Euros and Copper. Yeah, exactly. But yeah. So what we might do is we might roll out some. We might bring back the old. And we don't talk about this. We might bring back Saturday Quiz Nightclub. Obviously, the first rule of Saturday Quiz Nightclub is there is no Saturday Night Quiz Club. The second rule is it doesn't have to be on a Saturday. So we might bring some of them back over the weekends, just to give something to people to talk about. And so, yeah, we'll see. Just putting it out there. Custard cream's the best biscuit. Really? Do you know what I like? I used to call them dead fly biscuits. The ones with they're like, they're sort of, they usually have like I used to call them dead fly biscuits because it was like they had dead flies in, but it wasn't dead flies. It was, they were raisins. Like it had like a bit of a sugary top to them. It's not shortcake. Those ones I used to like. Or the ones with really nice, like the ones with really thick chocolate, and you get in Marks and Spencers. Oh yes. Diego Costa, Garibaldi. That's it. Good man, Big Gaz. If anyone I could rely on to give me the right answer, and yeah, Garibaldi. Fruit shortcake. Oh yeah. That's the one. I mean Garibaldi. Yeah, the fruit ones exactly. Borders lemon drizzle biscuits are the biz. Have you tried McVitie? No, I haven't. And you said it, so I'm gonna have to try them now, Kim. Probably get some now. That's good, Dave. I like to know it. That's what I like. Diego Costa, Giroud, and Arnautovic are available on a free. Yeah. Let's take that off actually. Giroud. I mean, I think that's just. I think we look at it now as squad players. Giroud would be a good squad player. I think he would be. I think Arnie's. I still think Arnie's a good player for what the system he play, and I've always said that. Who am I signing? As I said, I'd sign Arnautovic. I really would. And also, I think a lot of people's attitude to Arnie has changed a little bit when Mark said that stuff on the Peter Crouch podcast about how he still gets him, but he still like messages people and do this. So, Europa starts in 3 weeks. God. Thankfully, not us. That's one thing I'm glad that we've gone straight in at the group stages. Out of all those 3, Arnie all day. I agree. Giroud mine as number if it was a backup, to be honest. Off to Cornwall this weekend, but needed to settle the scone debate. What comes first, jam or? I don't think my life's worth living, to be honest. Skipper getting involved. Depends where you are, isn't it? Devon's one way, Cornwall's the other way. For me, I like cream and then jam, because as you bite it, you get the sharpness, and then that cuts through the clotted cream into the thing. That's just my opinion. But I don't know whether that's Devon or Cornwall. It's either or, isn't it? It's weird. Do you dunk your biscuits? I don't drink tea, but I would do if I did. I definitely would do. Will you be playing Europa League music in September? I don't know. What's the songs? Is there one? You'd be barred from Cornwall for saying that. Oh, so that's the Devon version then. Oh, damn. I like Cornwall too. But as long as it's not, don't get banned from Norfolk, I'm okay. Looking forward to a little holiday away. That'll be when are we going away? I think it's July. Then we're going away for July. A nice week in the caravan. I can't wait. What's with the snake loving? I don't get it. The snake loving. I don't think it's a case of loving. I think once Mark Noble came out and said that stuff on Peter Crouch's podcast, people were like, well, it's not that bad. I don't know. But I wouldn't get. But would you get in the same vein? Would you bring Pyatt back? I wouldn't. But I think Arnautovic has still got something to give. I still think Fresh. I still think he's the perfect. When he was like 2018, for me, 2018 Arnautovic. If we had him in the squad, we'd have been Champions League. Personally, I think he always fits. He fitted that Moyes system so well, and he had that ability to just, he would, give him a chance, he'd score. But anyway, Ginson's spicy slice salad, lovely, Kent. No curry this week. Do you think Moyes got someone in to replace Merv, or will we do this? I think he will get. I think he will do, but he's not replying. Yeah, obviously Alan's taking a different role now, technical consultant or something like that. So he's still involved in the club, which is great. So I think he's really useful, and obviously he'll still be around, and probably come to a few of the games, quite a few games as well. So just not the day-to-day stuff, which I think is great. And I think there is someone lined up. You don't just get. It's not like it's quite random to have come so left field and so soon after the season that there isn't anyone lined up, but I think there would be. So I mean, it might be someone like Billy McGinley. He's the one who's, I think, he was with part of the coaching staff beforehand when we had, when Moyes was here first time, and he's a really good lad. If West Ham was a biscuit, Hobnob. Next question. Pie, no, exactly. See, yeah, we got Orient are friendly. That'd be good. Try and get to go and see that one. Be good. Pyatt left for money. Arnie went for family. Arnie for money. But then, to be honest, Harley, I think that's the case with most footballers from a certain ilk. Certain footballers are cut in that particular cloth where it is about going for money. And the same that us as well, isn't it? You would do the same job that you could do if you could do the same job, but for another company for another. Or triple your money, you're going to go, aren't you? So, and again, it's different. I think that's the disconnect now with fans. I think sometimes we see it as a bit like the old school where people play for the pride of the badge, but for a lot of players, it is about getting money. It is about making as much money as possible in a short career. So, I know, and I can see frustration for going, but then I can see the other side where it's like, actually, he's. By all accounts, he had some problems. He had to go and sort out and get some money to make sure they'll sort it out, basically. What shall I have for dinner tonight? What are the options? Simon? We have meatballs. But Flo's got to go early. We've got to have it early because she's got to do a singing lesson. Some meatballs. If you had to see one game which cost us the spot, yeah, I think so. I think the 3-3, that's 2 points the other way in it. And the Newcastle game away. So I think if we played with the same intensity that we did then, that we did for the Burnley game and the Villa games away and stuff like that, that's 5 points. 5 points. Kent had a carry on Saturday. When you never have curry on the actual Saturday when you meant to have it. You always have it on like a Wednesday, don't you? You're right, on it would have got us. Yeah, they would have definitely without a shadow of a doubt. He hit the post 23 times this season. I was looking at it actually. I was looking because the people like this stuff. We'll carry on for a bit longer and then we'll pop off. Where is I did a chart. I know you guys liked me stats, so I did a stat about the woodwork and how often people have hit the woodwork, and I've compared it across some other. Let me just look at it. You'll like this one. Let's bring it in. There we go. So woodwork. So we've hit the woodwork 23 times this season, which wasn't even the most in the Premier League. Spurs hit the woodwork one more time with us. What was really interesting is like Liverpool 2013, 14 seasons and various other seasons where they might have lost the Premier League. They hit that. I think this one was like, what was it, about 40 times or 35 times? If we'd hit the post 23 times this season, if 10 of them had converted into goals, we'd be in the Champions League. It's that simple. It's that simple, in my opinion. Pierce promoted to Noble to person, possibly, but it's a bit early, isn't it? It's a season early. It's next year, the season after, isn't it? That Noble's gone. So he said it's the last one he's going to play. I don't think you could be a coach and still play. I still think you need to be one or the other to fully commit to either way. Billy McKinney, I reckon, good coach. I agree. I'm waiting to go with obviously because you're not going to be in Europe, are you, mate? Good point. Bloody good point there, man. As if I'm going to be allowed to go to some of those places. We'll see. Newcastle going for me. Yeah, is the quiz late or is it? It is live. It is live. Family Fortunes is live, so you can come on and take the piss out of them when they can't think of anyone, all that type of stuff. So It'd be good. It'd be some good guests on there. Some funny ones. Do you remember that Carroll hat trick in an Arsenal? I certainly do. I certainly do. It was very, very good. Not many fans will forget the Arnie video after cup loss, then to go soon afterwards. Gonna take some forgiving. It is, man. It is, man. Anyway, guys, I really, really appreciate everyone's time as always. We're back tonight. It's at 9 p.m. Be back 9 p.m. tonight rather, for the Family Fortunes. Tomorrow, we're back for our lunchtime shows. Keep an eye out for Irons United. They'll be doing a live show, I think, today sometime. They haven't said when, but then Anton did one really early, yesterday. So anyway, everyone, take care. Stay safe. Wash those hands. Come on, you irons, and I'll see you guys very, very soon. Take care.